The history of the MCU Hulk. The Incredible Hulk, 2009. The first film in the MCU for the Hulk. The only film in the MCU for the Hulk. And gives us a broadened idea of how Hulk came into the MCU and had his iconic villain, Abomination, defeated. Abomination was used sparingly and willingly, as he is used amazingly as a villain. He is always seen as this utter ego of Hulk, but in here, he is seen as more than just a man and a beast, but the evilest thing that Hulk can ever become. Something Hulk fears more than himself is that of a monster. With all the side characters being your classics Betty, Rose, and of course Thunderbolt Ross, who in this film is a policeman working as a head of the department of police, trying to stop Hulk from going on a rampage. Whereas Betty is trying to stop her father from stopping Hulk from going on a rampage. Then was The Avengers, 2012 movie. This film is the Phase 1 closing act, as it's all the members that were set up in the MCU so far, like Iron Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, Thor, Black Widow, and Hulk, coming up together to defeat Loki. As we see this film, the main themes for the Hulk is he struggles with Bruce Banner, as Bruce Banner no longer wants the Hulk to come out. He fears that the Hulk is the monster, similar to Incredible Hulk 2009, but it elevates the story that was already given and continues the story without a doubt, and has key points that make it so that the story continues to elevate further. And it doesn't give us much to go on with. As we know, Hulk at this point became a side character as the MCU started to focus more on other MCU characters, and as well because Universal has the rights to the Hulk, making it a bit difficult for Marvel to really establish the character further based on just his film alone. Then came Avengers Age of Ultron. We didn't get a sequel to The Incredible Hulk, but we get a sequel to Avengers, as we see Hulk in this film feel tremendously much better arc, in my opinion. And as well, the highlight of the film was when we got to see Hulk go up against Iron Man in the Iron Man Hulk Buster. As we see Hulk this time, Bruce is still feeling like he is a monster, but he is more better equipped with his understanding of how to handle that beast. He still feels like he needs to underwhelm the beast or take away the monster inside him, but he is a part of the Avengers as well. At the end of the film, we see Hulk go on a jet. As we know, this is the first step in what will be his next 3-movie arc. As we know that Hulk is no longer feeling the need to be on Earth, as he is a threat to Earth, and as such, he has to go to space in order to find other means. And then he was in Thor Ragnarok. This is set 2 years after the events of Sokovia, as we see Hulk now being a gladiator in Sakaar, fighting people for the head priestess himself. we see Thor joining the cause as he has been abdicated from Hela's reign. This results in Thor coming into the car, fighting Hulk, and Hulk winning, becoming less than himself, resulting in Hulk reverting back to Bruce Banner, as we see Bruce aggravated that he doesn't know that Hulk pushed him aside for 2 years. This will become a key importance later on in the video, as I think this is the important part that set the tone for what I think Marvel wanted to set up for the Hulk in the Multiverse Saga. But we'll talk about that later. This film elevates the story that was already given us in Age of Ultron and continues it in a new way, and gives Hulk a unique and interesting story that can lead further down the line into a more impactful storyline. Then was Avengers Infinity War. This establishes how Hulk is afraid. He is a scared little cat, not wanting to fight his enemies. This results in the final climax of the film, where we have to see Bruce Banner fight an enemy without the Hulk. This is also when we finally see that arc that was set up in Thor Ragnarok come into play, as we see Hulk fear this enemy, as well as Banner wanting Hulk to come out, as Banner thinks Hulk is just an enemy, as just a monster that he can use as when he wants to. Whereas Hulk doesn't think that anymore, as Hulk is now just afraid. This is a crazy one that can result further in the next film that results heavily, as well as this not really resulting in him being Smart Hulk at the end of this film. It gives leeway for them to give this character more to do afterwards. This can be further proven in the next MCU saga. Avengers Endgame, final film in the Infinity War saga. This started the Smart Hulk persona, as we see throughout the history of the MCU. Hulk and Banner has been separated until this point, as we see them both come together to form Smart Hulk. But really, what happened was Banner pushed away the Savage Hulk persona, making them become isolated, and just making Banner the focal point, but merging the Hulk's strength with Banner's smart. This was seen during the film as we see him in the cafeteria area. This leads to the Hulk joining the Avengers to find a way to stop Thanos from ever destroying half of the world. This is also one of the comic characters he was in a comic book called Smart Hulk as well. But in that one, he merged both sides together. But this one, I think he kind of bridged both sides, or isolated one and kept the other. Then, in Phase 4, he was in She-Hulk. This is where we see Hulk, now as Smart Hulk, finally become Hulk, as we also see him have a chip that is pausing him from resulting back into Savage Hulk. This TV show doesn't do much for the Hulk lore, but gives us a much more bigger understanding of how Hulk has become less of a raging monster, but more of a character within Bruce Banner's psyche. That was the history of the MCU Hulk so far. Thank you for watching my video and please subscribe for more.